Hello, this is John Black, Super Chemist. Y'all know this layout here. I've shown you how the Queen, King, how the monarchy works. You got 7 kings they want to go to. Alfred the Great, William the Conqueror, King Louis VI, Robert I, and Charlemagne. That's the 5 main ones. And then you got 2 side ones, Charles V and Mary Stuart. I've noticed though now that the Mary Stuart and the Charles V, they are just, you have to have those, but you can be a cousin with those. The other ones, these 5 here, you have to have direct bloodlines. If I had to guess on who the king of the United States was, he probably has not only direct lines to these 5 kings, but has direct lines to the Mary Stuart and Charles V. And that's what makes him king, you know. Anyways, I wanted to update this thingy here because I figured out that King Robert's, see how here you got King Louis has a grandfather named Charlemagne, right? But he also has a grandfather named Robert I, right? Those 2 different ways. Yeah, actually Robert I is also a grandchild of Charlemagne, right? So I ended up put a line here, right? And first of all, I'll show you the list here if you want to see it. I started out with King Robert and Louis VI, you know, proving that they were, you know, grandparents and grandson or whatever, right? 4th great-grandchild. And here's the line, right? Goes from Robert I down to King Louis VI. Now what I have new, right, is if you go back to Charlemagne, Charlemagne goes through these people and then comes up and has this kid, Robert I. Meaning that this King Louis and all these people in this line right here are all great-grandchildren of Charlemagne, right? And this is the line to it, right? It goes boop, boop, like that, right? And then, of course, this leads to, if we continue this all the way out, it would go to all the kings and queens of England and all the presidents and vice presidents and people in the American government. But there's the line if you want to look at it. Now, I said we wanted to change this, and this is what I changed it to. All right? Remember, you got Charlemagne coming down to 1, 2 kings and this king. But now we're going to take this line out. Right, we're going to take this line out and just have a straight line right into it. And this line right here, we're going to take out, right, just because it's straggling and it's whatever. Here is the new. Okay, you can see Charlemagne still has the 9th grandchild here, and this is a 9th grandchild, but it goes right through King Robert I, right? These are still first cousins. Notice how England had a first king, and then all his sons in that, son and father, all the way down to Edward I. And then it moved over to this bloodline, William I, the Conqueror, and then all his sons and father, right? Somehow in there, they got these 2 bloodlines, and they mixed them together, like someone married from here and married from here and had kids. So this way, if you are related to these people directly, it goes up directly to William I, or it goes up to Alfred the Great, the 1st King of England, and then this is the 1st King of England with the 2nd, because there's 2 direct bloodlines, right? First it was Alfred the Great, then it switched over to this one. And the monarchies today, whether you're in the United States or the UK, they want you to have both of these. They want you to have a direct line to this guy, Alfred the Great, and William I. And over here, and they want Charles V and Mary Stuart to at least be cousins to these people, okay? And then they come down and they lead into different people. Henry III, Edward I, Henry VIII, Elizabeth I, and then so on towards today's times. Now, I did find out a couple things about these Charles V and Mary Stuart. Charles V, I think that these two queen and this king, I just call the queen a king. Both of these kings right here, they have something to do with, I think, religion. Okay, Charles V was the last holy Roman Empire. Okay, or emperor. He was the last one crowned by the Pope, right? Meaning he was crowned by God. And he goes to, Charles V is literally, has a direct line to Charlemagne, has a direct line to King Louis VI and King Robert I, and I think he has a direct line to maybe these two kings too. I don't know. We'll get into Charles V later. But he leads off to, that's one thing. He's got that whole, he's the last one who was, given a crown by God, by the church, right? He's the last one, Charles V. But also he leads to the first king of the United Spain, right? The first, right? He's already leading to the first French king, the first English king, the first Roman Empire king. He goes to a lot of kings, right? But this is the one that you can only, you got to go through Charles V to get to this first king of Spain, right? Then Mary Stuart, which I didn't even look into her at all really yet, but her son is King James from the Bible. You ever heard? He's not in the Bible. He's the one who decided what is in the Bible. That's why if you ask a Christian what what version do you read, they'll say the King James Version, because it's the version that King James approved. Okay, but if that was the truth, you would want to get it, because if you got a direct line to Mary Stuart, that doesn't mean you have a direct line to the son, right? King James. So I don't know if that's, but anyways, it's just little FYIs. Also, these Mary Stuart and this Charles V, they're intermarried with the King Henrys of UK. So I'll get into that more. I just started looking into it or whatever. But anyways, here's my new thing, right? My new, and these lead to these kings, and this is a list of them. Okay, this is a list right here. Charlemagne. All these are children. Everyone on this list is a children of Charlemagne, right? Except for Alfred the Great, right? Alfred the Great comes in here. William the Conqueror comes in around Henry III, and they all these are kids to them too, right? Henry III is a kid to Alfred the Great and William the Conqueror. I think if it's not him, it's somewhere in here. I got to figure that out. They intermarried somewhere. But all these people from after that are all children to these same three men, right? Or actually four if you count Robert I and Louis VI. And it just goes, and look at it, it goes right through the monarchy in the UK, right? All the way down to Prince Diana, King Charles, Prince Harry, Meghan Markle's on this list. Yeah, she's a grandchild to all these kings, to 7 kings actually. And if she had that before she married Prince Harry. Meghan Markle, all these, just like Princess Diana, they have a list of who has this blood. And when the king or someone like Prince Harry, they want to get a girlfriend, they're limited. They show them the list. They say these are all the women that are unknown people that no one knows, but they have this royal bloodline that leads back to these 7 kings. You have to pick from this. And if that isn't happening, how is this coincidentally happening? Princess Diana was a nobody, and yet she marries Prince Charles, and they both have the same bloodlines? The 4 bloodlines that lead back to the 7 kings. Really? It was just a coincidence. Everyone in England, I picked the only woman, one of the few women that had this bloodline that was a nobody. Okay, it's just same with Meghan Markle. It was just a coincidence, huh? Just a coincidence. Okay, so let's go look through we'll pick one, King Charles, and we'll go through and see if he goes in line with with this line here, right? We start off with these 5 main kings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if he is. And remember, it was supposed to have 12. What do you call it? Magna Carta signers. It has to have at least 18 Declaration of Independence signers and at least 5 or 6 what do you call it? People who signed the Constitution of the United States. This is actually an incomplete list. I need to put one more name on the Constitution signers. But I want you to look at this. Okay. If you want to look at the names and look them up yourself, these are the Declaration of Independence signers. These are the Constitution signers. There's another one, someone Mason, that's on this list. I don't have them on there. But if you want to look them up, and I showed you the 12 Magna Carta signers. I'm not gonna look for it right now. Okay, so here's the King of England. You can see right off the bat, you got Prince William and Harry, and Queen Elizabeth II is that's his mother, right? And we come down. Look, King Edward's the first, King Henry the Third. Remember, I said them and King Henry the Eighth is important, right? And I said there were 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 right there. 10, 11, 12, 13. This is the first time I've ever seen more than 12 Magna Carta signers. I've never seen more than 12. She has 13 signers, okay? Or he, Prince Charles. Remember, there were 5 main kings. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the other one? Oh, and Charlemagne makes 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 main kings to 12 whatevers. We know that they have the same 17 or 18 or whatever it was signers of the Constitution. I mean, the Declaration of Independence. The same 6 names that signed. Keep in mind, these are just the mega royals, okay? Everyone that signed the Constitution, everyone who signed the Declaration of Independence has royal blood, okay? 100%. I'm going to say 90%, 85%. I haven't looked in all of them, okay? But I've looked into 2/3 of them, and there's only 56 to look into or something like that. And 2/3 of them already are royal. Only 4 of them haven't been royal. So you take it as that, you know what I mean? Okay, so who else does Charles, remember, it's got to go through Henry III, Edward I, and then it goes right through these people here, right? So let's check it out and see. Oh, King Henry the VIII, right? Queen Elizabeth I, Mary Stuart. You'll notice that the wives of Henry, there's like 4 wives of Henry VIII that will be on here. See, first king of Spain. See, 4th cousin. This is the grandfather to Charles V. That's why I say you need Charles V, because it leads to this man, the first king of United Spain. And you notice how all the people from America, Robert E. Lee, Benjamin Harrison, James Madison, George Clinton, all these people from the United States are related to these people, man. Here we go. Charles V, 5th cousin. Sarah Ferguson, 6th cousin. Winston Churchill, President of the UK. Princess Diana, 7th cousin. See, what they don't tell you, though, is that these aren't just cousins. They're all grandchildren to the same 7 kings, okay? Or 5 kings, and the other 2 kings, they usually they're cousins. They're not a direct line to those crowns. But you notice all the same names: Dick Van Dyke, Harry Chapman, Jerry Van Dyke, all the same